Katie's Playtime. So today we'll be making a tube with seed around it. So this is for all the wildlife birds out there that love to eat sweet little treats. So if you've got lots of birds in your back garden, so this is a great project to do. And it's cheap and easy. So what you need is a toilet roll or a paper roll, or anything that's a cardboard roll really, just to have some sort of strength. We also need scissors, some string. I like to use paper string just because then that way we know that we're not going to harm the birds if they do chew it. We also need wild bird seed. I just got the home brand. You can choose any, whatever's cheaper. You also need honey. Now I've put my honey in a cup just so it's easier for me to use my paintbrush and paint it on rather than dipping it in the honey that we use on our toast and cooking. So we also need Katie's Playtime bowl. So if you get your bowl out and have some fun with that, we can get started. So the first thing you need to do is get your seed and pour it into your Katie's Playtime bowl. Now we'll get our roll and we're going to get our scissors and we're going to just snip little holes in each side, so on both sides of the roll. So we'll just snip. Maybe have a parent or guardian to help you with this. It can be a bit difficult, but what I've done is I've just cut a little diamond and then I can pinch it out. And that's going to give us our hole. So on the other side, so we're going to squish it. It doesn't have to be exactly on the same side, same distance. But we're going to cut like a triangle. And then when we open it, it's going to look like a diamond. So if we squeeze it and then pull it out with our fingers, we've got our hole. So we've got two holes on either side of our paper roll. So now we're going to get our string. So if you get your string and you just fold it in half and twist the end, and we're going to thread it through the hole. So through one hole and straight through to the other hole. So that's what it should look like. So now we're going to make sure it's directly in the middle. And we're going to tie a knot. So it's nice and tight. That's what it should look like. And now we'll cut the excess off. And we're going to get some more string. And we're going to this time not make it double over, we're just going to use it how it is, and we're going to thread it under and make a big loop so we can hang it off a tree. So that's how it should look. Now up the other end we're just going to do a knot. So again, it's okay to have your parents or grandparents or guardians to help you with this. Even if you've got some older brothers or sisters, just do two knots. Make sure it's nice and tight. It's a big one. And just cut off any yucky strings we don't need. So now it can hang off a tree like this. So our next step is now to paint the honey onto our roll. So we need our honey and our paintbrush, and it's easier to hold on to the string so you don't get it all over your fingers. Dip your paintbrush into the honey and put it all over it. The birds are going to love this. Okay, so I've covered my whole paper roll in honey. So now what we're going to do is roll it in our seed. And what the honey will do is work as a super glue and basically help the seeds stick to the roll. So let's roll away. So I've rolled it all on, and now we're just going to use our fingers and squish it more on to stick. So we've done our first layer. You can leave it as one layer if you like, but we can smear some more honey on if you like and make it a little bit thicker. So why not? Let's give it a go. Just be very careful. And don't press too hard with your paintbrush. Maybe just like let it drip on rather than paint it on. Otherwise you might take all the seed off. So once I've done that half, I'm going to sprinkle more on first rather than roll it on again. And that way I can put more on. More will stick. And you can see that it's getting thicker as we do it. Now I wouldn't do any more than 2 because otherwise it's going to be very hard for the seed to stick. I think there's plenty on there for 1 and it might end up being a bit too heavy. And so there you have it, a nice seed bell for our birds out in the back garden. Let's go and hang it and see if the birds will eat out of it. But they might not eat out of it straight away because it's not their dinner time yet. Let's go and see. Okay, so I'm in my back garden and I'm next to one of the trees a lot of the birds go on, so I'm just gonna hang it. I just saw birds up here before, so they might even come early. Just gonna hang it. And there you have it, a nice honey seed bell. Well, a roll, we should call it, for our birds in Australia in my back garden. You can even hear them whistling. I think they're happy. Okay, just remember that if you do put the second layer on, you will have bits dripping off like I do, just because the honey can be a little bit heavy. Maybe do 1 roll instead. The second roll might be a little bit too messy, but I had fun doing it. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Bye from Australia.